Welcome back to StereoS Plus. We cover news and do product reviews and unboxing videos. And while, as our name suggests, we cover consumer electronics, I do have a lot of experience in other things. As a previous Scoutmaster, I've done a lot of outdoor camping and outdoor enthusiast. So I've done have a lot of experience with outdoor gear, and also with meeting with clients and going to different manufacturers and doing different events. I do like to dress up, so I do have experience with as far as menswear with some custom suits and some nice shoes. So occasionally we like to do some crossover reviews for different products for just some variety for our viewers and readers. And so we're doing now some an unboxing for some menswear, and in particular some shoes from the manufacturer Thursday Boots. They make some excellent shoes and boots, and also dress shoes as well. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what we got. So box in a box. Not bad box. Quality control card, whoever inspected it. We've got a nice little shoe bag. Looks like it's a single bag, and it would be nice to see two individual bags, one for each shoe. So these are their double monk strap men's dress shoes. So let's see how they come. It was wrapped in plastic to begin with, and it is a really nice chromexcel leather. Okay, so for Thursday Boots, this is their Saint model, and they have used chromexcel leather for this one actually. And chromexcel leather, it's a great leather. It's a thicker leather, but yet it's soft. The way that they manufacture the leather, it's made by Horween out of Chicago. They use oils and wax and grease in the process of making the leather. So it's a soft leather, but yet it's also very durable. And because of the way that they manufacture it, it's also a more forgiving leather as far as it's easier to maintain it and care for it. It also does a little better with water. So it tends to be a little more of a forgiving leather, but yet it's a great quality leather. And so feeling it, looking at the shoe overall, looks like they did a really good good job on the leather itself. And this is their distressed gray color, which I love the look of it. It has a good patina look to it. The stitching is also very, very good, especially for the price point. You've got double stitching across the toe cap, double stitching on the side here. For the one nice thing to consider on the monks is while you've got the buckles, so you can use the buckles themselves when you're taking on and off the shoes. They also have, let me show you a little easier here. The buckle itself is attached to a, not a spandex, but it's a stretch, to give it some play. and it has some on the bottom as well as on the top, and it has a good amount of play. So after you've used them for a while, what some people may not realize on the monk straps is you can almost use them as a slip-on. Rather than always taking the straps out from the buckle, which would cause more wear over long term, after you've worn them a few times and you've gotten them a little bit more looser, just with using a shoehorn and with the give that the buckle has, you can just slide them on without having to undo the straps, which is a nice feature. I've seen that on some manufacturers. I haven't. Obviously I just got these, so I have not tried doing that in these particular double monks. But it looks like they would have enough give, enough stretch that you could do that same slide on with the shoehorn after getting the leather to loosen up a little bit. Okay, let's look to that out. Let's take a look at the sole. So for the sole, they have this nice rubber built into the sole, so you get some good traction, anti-slip. So if it's wet, or if you're in an environment that you get some snow or some sleet, this will give you some good traction versus just a standard leather sole. But if you look on the side, it actually has a leather sole, and the heel is also leather as well. So this rubber section is just part of I'm not sure how it looks like they may glue it onto the leather itself. You can see on the side from the heel the layer for the rubber on the heel. So the actual rubber part is a small top layer, and then underneath that on the heel is the standard layers of hard leather for the heel. But for the mid and front part of the sole, they have this rubber section, and it looks like it was just, because looking at the side of the leather sole, it looks like it's all leather. I don't see a rubber layer like the heel that is the entire front part here. It looks like it was just done individually, but they did a really good job on it. And then on the bottom of the sole you see the Hornaday label. Talks about the Goodyear welt, and then handcrafted in small batches. The Goodyear welt that it's referring to is the construction of the shoe attaching the upper to the sole. So you can see on the stitching on the sides of the shoe, that stitching actually goes all the way around, including over the heel. So Thursday Boots actually uses a 360-degree stitching on these shoes, which is really great, especially at this price point, to get 360-degree bench welt. What that means is, as you go through your sole and you wear through the sole, it can easily be resoled. So you get a really good high quality leather upper. You take care of it, it will last a very long time, and then you just resole the bottoms as needed. Now let's take a look at the inside So they use full leather calfskin lining on the inside as well. So yeah, it's a nice soft leather. And I do like, in the back of the shoe you can see the leather at the back here. It's actually a suede rather than a soft, rather than the soft leather on the sides. On the back it's a suede. So using that suede leather in the back, it kind of helps to keep your heel in place and to not move as much. Nice feature. So if you look, let me take off. Hope you see a little better here. So looking there on the tongue, you see it where it says made in small batches, designed in New York, made in Mexico. I know it's easy to think, made in Mexico, what? There's some good quality products that come out of Mexico, but there's also some cheaper stuff as well. These are actually made in Leon, Mexico. So if you want to do a little research on your own, you can find out that Leon, Mexico, that actually is a hub for shoemakers. This is going back multiple centuries, over 200 years. This community has been kind of specializing in making shoes. They've been doing it for a very long time, and they've got some really talented shoemaker, cobblers there. So just because it says made in Mexico, don't let that scare you. These actually are very well made shoes. And looking at the inside, looks like, yeah, it looks like this. It's a soft leather on the inside as well. And looks like on this side you can see where the Goodyear welt, where the stitching started and then ended at the same, in that same spot. I've seen some shoe manufacturers where they do triple stitching instead of, here we got the double stitching. But quality overall, looks really good, especially at the price point. It's a single leather sole, so after some wear, it'll break in. And the nice thing with the inside sole, they Thursday boots, they actually use a cork inside underneath the lining on the bottom, so that way over time it will contour to your foot and just form to you and give you a really comfortable fit. Overall, I'm very impressed with the quality, especially at the price point. Looking at the patina, it's not perfect, but that's what you get with a handmade product. It looks really well. It looks really good. I would like to see maybe a little bit more stretch in the elastic here. I've seen some shoes where it's a little bit more, where it gives a little bit more travel, but I still think it's enough where once they get broken a little bit, you don't have to always unbuckle them. You can just use a shoehorn and slide in. All right, well, I think that about does it. Thanks for viewing. Please like, please share, and please subscribe.